Self-love. Let's go.
Whose is this? This is Natsuki and Sayori's? Or,
Natsuki and
Natsuki and
Yuri's.
Yuri's?
This Natsuki and Yuri's. And this continues off from the past one. So that means it's like continuation. Wait, I want to see the mail. Why do you want to see the mail so badly? I only have 4 pieces of mail. There's my mail. That's the closest you're seeing to see my actual mail.
Oh my god.
Let me just pause your entire universe for a few hours. Yeah, it's okay. She won't know. Alright.
I'm wondering, you can't save during these, so like, what if you have to like
It tells
stop
you.
playing it?
It says it. It says it will erase all your progress.
What?
Any setting changes will be lost.
The fuck?
You can skip though, I think though. So you can just skip.
Okay.
You can just go back where you left off probably. It's only been 1 day since Yuri's letter was delivered to Natsuki, with Monika's help. Because Yuri chose not to attend the club meeting that day, she and Natsuki haven't faced each other since. Although it's only lunchtime, Yuri finds herself anxiously counting the hours until she'll need to face the outcome of her efforts, whether good or bad. And because the passing by of students was making her feel even more anxious, Yuri picked out the most secluded spot she could find to spend her lunch. Because the staircase is under maintenance, no student would have any reason for coming here. Bro, that's literally what we said. We were like, when we looked at it, we were like, bro, that's why Yuri picks this staircase, because it's blocked off.
Mm-hmm.
We were right.
Yeah.
It's such a relaxing feeling to have a moment of solitude in the middle of a frantic school day. Oh! What are you doing here? I just... Yuri grips her book with enough force to wrinkle the pages beneath the pressure of her thumbs. Well, what are you doing here? I just came to get a drink from the vending machine. The other one's out of the drink I like. Yuri notices Natsuki fidgeting with a few coins between her fingers. Oh no, is she gonna... Oh no. Does she actually dig under the vending machines? Oh no.
Don't do this. This is mean if it...
This is...
That's what's gonna happen.
No. She nods, avoiding eye contact. Natsuki, also looking away, shuffles over to the vending machine. So quiet that every one of her movements seems to reverberate through the entire stairwell. After far too long, she finally receives her beverage, which she then fidgets with, in place of the 2 coins. Okay. Oh, you
Okay.
didn't... Okay, oh.
I thought she was about to be like, Yuri, look away, and then...
I was to say, like, oh no. It's some kind of iced tea. Natsuki likes iced tea.
Yay, I like iced tea too.
But instead of leaving right away, Natsuki just stands in place. Glances all around her. It's like, way too quiet back here. It's creepy. I mean, that's not what I meant, really. I mean, it's totally cool that it's your thing or whatever. Like, I can see how it suits you, so... Not because I think you're creepy or something. I didn't mean that either. You know, I'm just gonna stop talking. That seems like a good idea. It's okay. Everything is okay. Yuri finds herself attempting some words of comfort after hearing Natsuki stammer herself into dejection. Seemingly, in response, Natsuki approaches the base of the staircase and hesitantly sits herself down near Yuri. Well, I can leave if you want. Yuri shakes her head. Natsuki twists the cap of her drink and takes a sip. This is nice. This is nice. I like this. Despite receiving Yuri's general permission, Natsuki doesn't say anything more. Yuri continues to read, or at least pretends to. Aww. And the two just sit there for a long time. Tension seems to fade a little bit as time passes. Even without any words, this seems to mean at least something, though it's not clear what that may be. Lunch ends more quickly than expected. Natsuki's the first to stand up with her empty drink bottle. Are you coming today? To the club? Yuri nods. I'm sorry for being so awkward. I'm really bad at talking about this stuff. Just can't for some reason. I don't know why. But I want to, eventually. There's no rush. I promise. Thanks. Aw. They just want to get along with each other. Bro, is this wait, is this entire thing about at the staircase? Oh, that'll be adorable. Is the entire side story take place at the stair? Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Even if that's not the case, this is still cute. It's the next day. Natsuki appears from around the corner and steps up to the vending machine, glancing at Yuri as she does so. Okay, she seems to be holding some kind of book as well. Oh, you're here again. Well, I just came here to read this because there aren't many people around here. Oh, now she's using it. Aww. Oh, I thought you didn't like how quiet it was. Well, I don't, but there's no people here. I see. Natsuki sits down. The mood feels much different today than it did yesterday. After yesterday's lunch and the club meeting that followed, Natsuki and Yuri are beginning to feel more relaxed around each other again. Although Yuri's letter is still lingering in the back of Natsuki's mind, he continues the detour around it. But it's okay that I'm here? Yeah, I don't care. I mostly just don't feel like dealing with the crap I get from my friends about it. Especially since, like, they all just assumed I stopped reading manga after I joined the literature club. Not that I'm trying to hide it from them, exactly. I just don't want it to come up again now after I've waited so long for this new volume to come out. Literally months at this point. You don't have other friends who are into manga? Unless online friends count. Aw, what? Well, yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about that from the base game. She mentions that to the MC. Natsuki literally has no friends who are into manga. No wonder she really, like, relates with or literally likes being with the MC. Or, like, gets really close with him. Because, yeah, he's the only person who likes manga that she knows. Well, these online friends, they do count. But, like, in person still? Like, that's still, like, a... Yeah, online friends are definitely still, like, a good thing. Because at least you can discuss it. But it's like, jeez. Poor Natsuki, man. And Sayori, but that's different because she's not exactly into it. She just likes it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, she does know what you mean because that's exactly she is a fantasy. Honestly, you're lucky that the books you're into at least just look like books. So you don't have to feel like everyone's constantly judging you by what you're reading. That would be so awful. Especially since I already hate attention so much. Well, it's a good thing I have thick skin, I guess. By the way, I would totally recommend finding some friends online if you haven't already. If you're like me and have no one to share your hobbies with. Oh, I have online friends. Oh, she does. Since middle school, actually. I was especially desperate back then. It's somewhat embarrassing to reminisce about those days. Sometimes I feel like the me from years ago would have benefited from a good smack across the face. Oh, whatever. We were all just stupid kids back then anyway. Some of the fanfics I wrote... Thank God I used a pseudonym. A pseudonym. Right, I don't know why I couldn't read that. Pseudonym. I liked it at the time. I got a lot of fulfillment out of it. And plus, I can look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. Can I just, like, again, talk about how much I like seeing Natsuki and Yuri have a conversation that doesn't involve them arguing? This is so nice. It's so nice to see Natsuki and Yuri actually talk to each other. That doesn't result in them yelling. The Natsuki yelling and Yuri yelling. This is so nice. They get along so well. I don't think I would change anything. I did read that part, right? Wait, hold up. Plus, I can look back and say how to become a better person since then. I did read that, right? Yeah. I'll read it again just in case. Plus, I can look back and say with confidence that I've become a better person since then. I don't think I would change anything. I wonder if a few years from now, we'll think the same thing about our current selves. Probably. That doesn't make you uncomfortable? No, of course not. I don't care what other people think of me. Especially someone who doesn't even exist yet. Alright, here. She raises her hand to her face and forcibly slaps her own cheek. That's me from the future coming to terms with me right now. Also, ow, I didn't mean to do it that hard. Yuri doesn't seem to react. But then, to Natsuki's surprise, Yuri shyly looks the other way before lifting her arm and doing the same thing to herself, loudly smacking her cheek. She turns red and stares into her lap, but is unable to hide a smile, as though it was a really funny joke. This is so cute. Oh my god. This is very cute. It's like, oh my god, why is this so cute? God damn it, I'm supposed to be a man. I like man things. God damn it. This is so cute, though. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't know you had it in you. I don't. I don't even know why I did that. Maybe I thought it would be funny. Sorry, I keep distracting you. You said you were looking forward to reading, but I keep going on about all this nonsense. Oh. I'll let you get to your reading. Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I'll do that then. Conversation ends quickly and Natsuki opens her book. This is definitely second. This was definitely my second favorite. The respect very much tied with it. Yeah, respect is probably still my favorite, but so far this is looking like a second favorite material. Maybe even, depending on how this goes, could even surpass respect. But honestly, I think my only reason why I really like respect could be biased because I love Monica and Natsuki, so. The two read silently for the remainder of the lunch hour. The whole time, Yuri feels distracted by a twist of regret over having so abruptly forced the end of their conversation. Oh, they're getting along slowly. Oh my god, it is every day. Yeah, you could show your chat was right. It is every day at the staircase. Ah, that's so cool. I don't know why I really like that. Like it makes it like, it reminds me of like one of those like short movies or something, you know? Like where it just, like, the setting is just one area. And you see, like, two people who first they meet at this area just by, like, mere coincidence. And then it goes to, like, the next day or something. And then they both meet there again. Like, you're just following just the setting. So, like, we're just following what happens at this staircase. So we're only seeing the events of the staircase. And it's like, I don't know, it's so cool. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's only one setting. You can see the relationship just grow and grow. Yeah, exactly, Rich Odds. Yeah, it's like, it's so good. You're back. Yeah, I'm here to lay low again. Another day has passed. During lunchtime, Natsuki finds herself having wandered to the stairwell once more. Hey, did you buy that? Natsuki quickly notices a bottle of iced tea on the staircase where she normally sits. Yuri nods, avoiding eye contact. What, like, for me? But you didn't know I was coming here today. What if I didn't show up? Well, I mean, would have drank it myself, I guess. She bought her iced tea. Oh. My heart. My heart. Oh my gosh, she bought her iced tea. Oh. That's so cute. Oh, everyone. It was a stupid thing to do. No, it wasn't stupid. I just thought... Never mind. What I meant to say is thank you. And that it's a really nice gesture. It's okay if you don't feel that way. I do! It was the other things that I didn't mean. I swear, please believe me. Natsuki saying, like, please believe me to somebody? Wow. That's like, it's character growth, bro. Yuri pauses, and then nods. Talking is hard. I get it wrong a lot too. So I believe you. Natsuki exhales in relief. He then sits down next to Yuri and takes the drink. Knowing Yuri, she's probably overthinking it so much that Natsuki's timid response filled her with self-doubt. I'll do something nice for you next time. Please, don't feel obligated. I want to. I want to do nice things too. Okay. Thank you. You thank me after I figure out how to do something nice. I'll do it then, too. Natsuki sighs. Nothing. Just reminds me of how I haven't been getting along with my friends lately. Is that why you've been coming here? Well, no. Not exactly. I haven't been avoiding them on purpose or anything. They're just other things I'd rather be doing during lunch lately. I like being around them when we're all just having fun, but they also just can't take anything seriously. So when I'm, I don't know, feeling serious, then their attitudes just really get on my nerves. It's like gotten worse ever since I joined the literature club. How come? I don't know. I feel like I used to be really good at just putting up with it because it would be so stupid to cause drama over a joke I didn't like or something. But I just have a hard time doing that lately. I think because she's more in touch with her feelings now. after she's talked with them, she's more in touch with, like, she's more open. Yeah, she's more open about how she feels now. It's my fault for being overly sensitive. If I have a problem, I'm not going to demand it for everyone around me to change. But, yeah, I know. Monica and Sayori really don't agree with that kind of thing. You see, that's why she changed, because of Monica and Sayori. They're not in my position, so it's easy for them to just say that you should just communicate your feelings or whatever. Not like my friend group does that kind of thing. I'll just be making an embarrassment of myself. Sorry. And this has anything to do with you. I don't know why I'm talking about it. It's okay. I like listening. What? Listening to other people's problems? Yes. That's weird. Sorry. I just like learning about people. Do you think it's weird? No, that's not weird. I probably just misunderstood. So, I don't know. Does that mean I should keep going? If you'd like. Okay. Well, I don't know what to talk about now. What are some things that you like about your friends? A lot of things. I mean, they're really fun to hang out with, like after school and on the weekends. And they really like my baking. And it's fun to complain about school together. They make me laugh a lot, and we have a lot of good memories and inside jokes. Oh, I'm bad at a lot of those things. So? Are those all things that are important to you? Yuri's trying to be friends with her. I'm going to die from the wholesome. Sayori and Monica being Yuri and Natsuki's counselors, basically. And then Monica and Sayori are their own counselors to each other. No, but then sometimes they switch it. Because like when Monica was talking about in respect, or Yuri was just listening to her problems. Like sometimes Yuri's the counselor. They're counselors to each other. It's friend counseling. It's so nice. It's enough to make a grown man cry. This is worth the price it is. This is worth the $60 I may have paid for 3 copies of this game. I told you it's worth it. I don't regret it. Well, kind of. But not things I need to get out of everybody. Everyone in the club is really different from that. And I'm still friends with them, too. Well, Sayori really likes your baking. And she makes you laugh. And she complains a lot. That doesn't mean she's anything like my other friends. Well, unlike them, she's a nice person who cares about your feelings. Excuse me? How about you don't talk to me about my friends that you don't know anything about? Okay, yeah, this is the conflict. See, but it's because Yuri cares about her. They kind of aren't your real friends, though. Like, unless you gotta be upfront with them. I mean, depends. If it depends. If you be upfront and they accept it, then they're your real friends. If you be upfront and they don't accept it, then they're not. Natsuki stands up. No, wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't want to say something bad. Please don't leave. Natsuki sighs and shakes her head. It's fine. As long as you understand, you can't just judge people like that. I'm sorry. Natsuki sits back down. Oh, but she just wants what's best for you. Oh. Can't just compare friends like that and, like, measure who's better than who. Everyone's different. I'm sorry. I just don't like people who want to hurt you. When a silence stretches between them. Oh. You don't want to hurt me. You just like to tease each other about stupid things. It's fun. I don't like that. Well, that's why I'm friends with them and you're not. You like it? Just don't worry so much about me. Not worth it. I'm sorry. I wish I knew how to help with social conflicts. Like how Monica can. She's good at these things. Not really. Also, I don't always want help. Sometimes it's just stuff I have to deal with myself. That's what Monica and Sayori never seem to understand. Sometimes all you do is look at them wrong and they're all like, oh, what's wrong? Is everything okay? I just want to mind my own business sometimes and decide myself if I want to talk about things. No one understands that it's you. You really shouldn't be hard on yourself. You're not as bad as you think. Oh, you don't need to reassure me or anything. I mean that. Plus, it makes sense that someone who doesn't talk a lot would make a good listener. Thank you. You're also nice. It's really hard for me. It doesn't come naturally at all. So weird because I always thought of myself as someone who could just say what's ever on my mind. I feel like that only works when I'm annoyed, or upset, or I want to say something mean. Why am I like that? You don't have to answer that. I'm just talking to myself. Yuri nods and remains silent. Natsuki notices her fidgeting with the pages of her book. How come you like reading so much? Oh, well, a lot of reasons. But I just get sucked into it so easily. It's so immersive. Like, I want to be a part of it. I think there are a lot of things about people in real life that make me feel uncomfortable and frustrated.
I'm back.
Especially when it comes to following social conventions and group interactions. I just don't really understand it, and I have no real desire to participate. But it's different with books. It feels like I always want to be around the characters. I feel such a strong emotional connection with them in ways that I've never felt with real people. So, in that way, it can sometimes feel more real than real life. Really? Is that hard for you to be around people? Like, all the time? Fairly often. Especially in group settings. When people are making all kinds of conversation and saying jokes and all of that, I don't know what to do, and I just disengage. Oh. It doesn't get lonely? I don't think so. I can still enjoy spending time with people one-on-one, and I have online friends too, of course. You ever wish that you could be friends with the characters in your books? All the time. Sometimes so badly it makes my heart ache. Yeah, me too. Really? Mm-hmm. A lot. Like, more than anything. Bernatski mutters that. Silence fills the stairwell once more. But it's a mutual silence. One full of understanding. Damn, bro.
You got a mail.
I thought, oh, we just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. It's from Paula Minor. Okay, also one thing to note, all of these mails are coming in. This is going backwards. So
It is.
it's just like the Sonic R song, we have to go back in time. Okay.
Yeah.
Staying focused on our goals. As a reminder to help guide our data collection, any analysis performed should be focused on answering some of these main questions. How does granting elevated access to the VM affect a person's emotional state? Yeah. So yeah, they gave it to Monica on purpose. To test it.
They did.
How does granting elevated access to the VM affect a person's value and goals? How does someone effectively navigate and experiment with their ability to change the contents of their VM? How is elevated access being weaponized? Oh, she did weaponize it. She deleted them. What actions and values most contribute to the destruction of the universe? What? Oh, what actions and values most contribute to the destruction of the universe? Well, what contributed to her destroying it? It was that she didn't have a route.
Yeah.
It was that she couldn't talk to the player. Most importantly, how might your observations apply to your own universe? Bonus, how can you present this to upper management as an operation that benefits the company? Unrelated note, whoever changed the color scheme of the desktop to pink, can you please change it back? It's unprofessional and it runs the risk of drawing eyes.
No one changed it back.
No one changed it back. Oh, because the Team Salvation people. That's very clever. Team Salvado, Team Salvation. The Team Salvation people, they might have changed it to pink to sell it as a game. They're trying to get it ready to sell it as a game. Because those guys in the files, the DDLC.txt file. I'm on to you. Team Salvation. You little,
Team Salvation.
you little scamps. Also, I think, was this the first side story that it ended with, like, things being mutually okay?
I guess so. Also, I noticed something. The
What?
backgrounds of these side stories.
It's where they take place. It's
the-
where the CG takes place.
The backgrounds of the CGs without the characters in them.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. Good eye, Monica. Good eye. Yeah, because this is the floor. This is this is the window.
That's
yeah.
the window.
This is the piano room, music room.
Yep.
There's the piano.
The hallway.
This is the hallway, and then this is where
That's
is
the
the classroom, and this
That's
is
the
where
stairs.
it's the stairs. That's what the CG is gonna be in. Can we talk about the fact that these people are literally selling entire universes? Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah, I was talking. I said that last night. I was like, that sounds really inhumane.
Yeah, I mean they're a shady organization.
Yeah.
They're selling universes for $15. They're selling.
$15, yeah. $15. You want a whole ass universe?
They're
with,
selling.
Like,
they're selling
bunch of
full-on
people?
universes that are played
Imagine
as
if, like,
games.
Imagine if like God sold Earth for like $15.
Yeah, they're full-on universes. It's interesting though. Hey. Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well, lunch is already more than halfway over. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Today, she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. Are they eating lunch?
Oh my god.
I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Wait, did it say? Oh, I thought it said today was lunch or something. Okay, never mind. Oh no, yes, this lunch is already more than halfway over. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she's talking to her at lunch.
True.
I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen him in a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I should share them with. I figured I should share with them too. I would share with them too. As she sits down, Natsuki opens the lid of her container. You made cupcakes. You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. Yes. I feel like if we tried to explain video games to someone from a couple hundred years ago, they'd be thinking we were selling mini universes too. That is fair. So this Mario guy, he's in like his own little universe.
Yeah, in his world.
I mean,
like, talking hills.
technically, technically they're not wrong. I guess.
They're just not real universes.
Yeah, it's kind of like what they're doing. I guess it's kind of like this too, because it's like technically, I guess they're not wrong. Maybe I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's like they're not wrong. Maybe depends on how you view things.
Yeah.
You can take one if you want. Yuri takes a cupcake and carefully twirls it between her fingers. It's brown with dark green frosting, immaculately shaped into a floral pattern and topped with some kind of glittery powder. A different design for Natsuki cupcakes?
Yeah.
That sounds cute. How
That
pretty.
sounds pretty.
Just like she said. I just ate, so I may not be able to finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it. I just made them. I just thought that because green is Monica's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really... Yuri takes a small bite. This is green tea flavored. Oh. I love
God.
green tea. Oh, do you?
Oh my god, it's the line! She loves green tea!
Yeah, it was the line from the picture. Yeah, that's a picture of the game. I love green tea.
She loves green tea.
It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so... Don't laugh at me. I'm not. I just felt happy. Oh, I'm sorry. Usually when... Never mind. What I mean is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just wanted to do something nice. This is something I happen to be good at. And I do know that you like them from past experience. Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcakes. I love the idea that, like, they're all, like, we're sitting there or something, and, like, maybe, like, Sayori wanted some more, or, like, Monica wanted some more. They, like, go to look at where the tray is, and they just see
And it's
Yuri.
empty.
Yeah, just, like, She just kept grabbing while she was reading, right, man? That's relatable, though.
And everyone's like, you didn't realize you took like 4 or 5, right?
And once
She's
she
like,
realized,
"What?"
she's like, oh. Like, just... It's like when you're playing a video game, just keep taking those bags of chips. Like with Yuri, she just kept eating those cupcakes, man.
Yeah.
Ironically, her mouth is too full of cupcake for her to stammer an excuse, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How did you get into baking? Oh, well, I don't know. It kind of just always appealed to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like, baking is like art, but when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would just be eaten afterwards. Yeah, maybe you're too practical for it. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. That's my other favorite part about it. It's something I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditionally. Everyone is always so thankful. In that moment, you get to be like the bringer of joy. I don't know, it just makes me feel valued. Yeah, I guess that. So you were able to make up with your friends today? There wasn't really anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? But maybe I misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool. That's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. So, they're not going to stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyway. It's just the way they are. The only one who ever has a problem with it. Not worth it. Especially since I have somewhere to go now when I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, I see. The cookie's empty foil wrapper audibly crinks as Yuri clenches a fist. She doesn't like that she's just using her as like a replacement to hide. I think. I'm glad that the situation is resolved. And that you don't have to avoid them anymore. Yeah. Me too. I might be wrong. I don't have to bother you and I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. Oh, no, that's why she's sad. No, never mind. She's sad because she's not going to be showing up anymore. Oh, no. I'm sure you have a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. I know that cupcakes are basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me. But it's the best I can do. So you can have the rest of them. Natsuki grabs the box and slides it over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box. Then she shakes her head and slides them back. You should save them for your other friends. But I made them for you. Natsuki's voice whines as she protests. I know. And I like them very much. Exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it from you. No! They were for making you happy! You make me happy! You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you. And be your friend. Without warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms. Natsuki, I'm such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panicked. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes. You didn't. She tries to choke back her sobs, but struggles to speak through them. I just really hate myself sometimes. It feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Like, I don't deserve it. I'm sorry. No, I am. I'm so difficult. And I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. And I hated myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person. Be nice and do the things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayori and Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too, about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always
scrutinize everything I say. And later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I just spend so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of that through my own experience. And that's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself.
Natsuki sniffles. Yuri rustles through her bag and pulls out some tissues and hands them to Natsuki.
Monica told me that it takes a good person to reflect on these things. The desire to improve yourself. That makes you a good person. So don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would like. So...
Like what?
Like how you're fun for people to be around. And you're not shy. And you know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about things. And you know how to take the lead. And you care a lot about other people. And just a lot of things.
Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed.
Well, you're the one who asked. And don't you think I feel embarrassed?
As he tries to hide a smile, and she sighs as it fades again. Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, but then I keep coming back for some reason.
Is that bad?
Just really confusing. I mean, friends and I go way back, so ditching them all the time feels like... I don't know.
Feels like what?
Natsuki's voice gets quiet. Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me. I really don't know what to do. Pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, facing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself.
What would you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you?
Happy for what?
Happy that your new club is making you happy.
Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. Natsuki says that with little confidence in her voice. I always told myself that I don't really rely on the approval of others to be happy. I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. It's probably what's making me feel so confused. Because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. I'm making my head hurt.
That must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel like you're wrong just for being the person you are.
It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. She presses her palms to her forehead and shakes her head. I know what's best for me. I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary.
To do what?
You know, to end it.
With them?
Natsuki nods.
I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option.
I wasn't. Until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, in a certain way for so long, you just get used to it. Like, so much of you has gone into it, so much it feels like that's just how your life is. Throwing it away is like throwing away such a big part of your life. Makes me feel sick to think about. Natsuki sighs. It's really scary. It's terrifying.
What are you scared of?
I don't know. A lot of things. Like being alone. Not having anyone to talk to or hang out with. Not being able to replace what I have with them. Don't want them to hate me. I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them.
Physically?
Not physically, but... Yuri clenches her fists.
Natsuki,
What?
if anyone even thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash hell upon them.
Natsuki snorts in laughter.
Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I was just... I like that. That's all. Oh, well, I meant it. I know you did.
Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look.
I needed it. Mm-hmm.
As the conversation lapses, Natsuki again slides her box of cupcakes over to Yuri. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore.
Are you sure?
Natsuki nods. I'm sure.
I will then. I'll enjoy them.
He looks away, but a feeling of warmth spreads through her. She holds on to that feeling, knowing it will give her courage. I wanna first of all, I loved Yuri unleashing hell upon them. That was a good line. But the line I think almost got me. It's not in the history. It's the freaking, oh, what did she say? It was where she was like, you don't need cupcakes. Like, you're worth more than cupcakes. Like, that was a good ass line. That's why I was like, oh god. I was like, that hit me. Like, that was a good ass.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think an interaction between Natsuki and Yuri would make me almost cry.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, that actually, I think that almost had me when I heard her. She was like, you're worth more than some cupcakes. It was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, because the fandom equivalents Natsuki so much to her cupcakes. No, that's not what Yuri was trying to say. It was because of her friends. Like, she was basically saying, like, she was giving her friends cupcakes just because, you know, she was just trying to make them, she just wanted her friends to be nice to her just because she wanted her friends to be nice to her, so she baked them cupcakes, but she baked them for the wrong reasons. She didn't do it because she liked her friends. She did it because she wanted her friends to be nice for once or something. So that's what Yuri was like, you make me happy. So yeah, it was like, jeez. I mean, who knows? Maybe there are some people in the fandom who only think of Natsuki for her cupcakes. In that case, that was to them too. I'll let Yuri unleash hell upon them. She coming. The characters are so well written. These are all so well written. Yeah, it's all so good.
Yeah.
This is such a good side story, bro. This is definitely second favorite. This is so good.
You're here first today.
Mm-hmm.
And you brought reading material.
Mm-hmm. Natsuki's sitting in her usual spot. Just I'm holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. She sits down as well and opens her own book. Sucks when a good series has to come to an end. Like, it's such a big part of your life. And one day, there's just nothing left. Are they talking to me about when I finish this game? No. It makes you feel so empty.
Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. On the last book of this series.
That sucks.
But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I'd want it to go on forever.
Maybe. There's some things that I wish could.
On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome?
Yeah, definitely. I think of at least one thing I've read that got pretty unbearable like halfway through. And the ending really sucked. So it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I guess it sucks either way.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the nature of all things. They come to an end.
The two fall silent. Slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. I think Dan doesn't want to continue Doki Doki. Hey, don't put words in other people's mouths.
That's not what this is about.
It could be, but
No!
wait till Dan says it himself, though. All we can do is theorize. You don't want to put words. Zero. The first stage is denial. No.
No!
Don't put words in people's mouths. We'll wait until he comes out and he says something. We shouldn't make assumptions.
Yeah.
It is denial. It might be, but it's okay. Don't make assumptions. Hey, DDLC barely started, okay? It's too early. It didn't go on for too long. It's fine.
Yeah.
You don't go out during the weekends, right?
Excuse me?
Like, with friends, at the mall, or downtown, or whatever.
I'm not a total shut-in, you know.
Oh, my bad for making assumptions.
Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people, like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and arbitrarily spend time like that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Yuri plays board games?
Everyone is like so right about these characters. There's like so many like things they've said that I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I think people have had the headcanon that Yuri plays. Like, when she said she has online friends, I was like, Yuri would have online friends. I think I said that. I was like, I always had the feeling she would have online friends.
Yeah.
Board game group?
It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff.
Diablo? Alright, Yuri, best girl now. All she had to say was board games and Diablo's hooked.
Yuri plays Monopoly.
No, she plays D&D most likely.
Oh yeah, she definitely does.
She likes fantasy.
Why do you ask, anyway?
I was just curious. I just realized I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like that.
Sorry.
Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest and puts her head down. I can't take this.
Did I do something?
Yuri gets flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done. I did. I ended it. I texted them earlier, telling them. And then I just blocked them because I'm so afraid of their responses. Now it feels like I'm dying inside.
Oh, that's... I'm sorry.
Totally unsure of what to do, they can barely find any words of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki's unusually hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick and I want to hit my head against things. Please help. Can't take this.
You may be having a panic attack.
With that realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changes.
I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay?
Natsuki meekly nods to her rapid breath, head still buried in her knees. Yuri slides herself over to Natsuki and sits on the step behind her. And she puts her hands on Natsuki's shoulders.
Can you feel my hands?
Natsuki nods. Her shaking becomes much more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps her voice low and gentle.
You're safe right now. You're in a good and safe place, where nothing can hurt you.
Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulders, I practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck.
We'll do a breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breaths and breathe along with me. Let's breathe in now.
Yuri takes a deep, slow breath. Beneath her hands, she feels Natsuki's shoulders rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, behind him and Yuri. They exhale together, although Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out.
That's good. Let's keep going.
Yuri breathes in once more, and Natsuki joins her. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more of her weight into Yuri's palms.
Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breaths going in and out, and the weight of my hands on your shoulders. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space.
Minutes pass in silence. By now, the rest of it is past. Yuri's determined not to move away until Natsuki prompts her to. Meanwhile, Natsuki's lifted her head off her knees, and her breathing has mostly steadied. Then, she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arms. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I don't know what my deal is.
You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful for you.
Is that going to keep happening?
It may, or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent it in the future, and I think it'll naturally get better over time.
Natsuki motions to sit back down again, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns away to pick up her open book from the dusty floor, which she had hastily set down earlier. Brushes the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gotten through that alone.
You're not alone.
Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap.
From now on, you don't have to do anything alone.
As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to so openly share her thoughts. Something about Natsuki, of all people, makes it feel so much more natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki's so timid and uncertain of herself. Natsuki does such a good job at hiding it that it's taken a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. And because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that she herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. You can accept that for the first time, perhaps you can begin the tumultuous journey of learning to love yourself. Oh, there it is. That's adorable. Look at it, Monica. I don't know if she's even here. She might be muted. Do you really mean that? Probably gonna regret saying that. You do.
How so?
Cause I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. You're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places.
I see.
But you already said it, so you can't take it back now.
Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then.
Aww. Ah! My heart. I know a good ice cream place.
Oh? That means you'll finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor.
Huh?
I want to know.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't remember? The first day that you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor. For me, you said you had no idea.
Seriously? I don't remember that at all. I do.
I do.
Okay, it's because we played it. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. I said it was probably green tea. Oh, pfft. Yuri shakes her head. Oh, it's not, though, but she likes green tea.
It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together.
I was close.
You were close. You said chocolate.
I said chocolate.
Chocolate and raspberry. How fancy.
How is that fancy?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that.
Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry.
Hey, strawberry's my favorite.
What a coincidence.
She guessed her. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have the sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing.
Is there anything better I could be doing?
Not that I know of. There's nothing that'll make this easy for me. You already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about the letter you wrote. I feel like we're way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better. The way I like to be treated. And the kinds of friends that I want to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place. And I was so scared of causing more problems.
I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially.
Well, not exactly.
What do you mean?
Nothing. I may have tracked you down first. Oh my gosh. With the help of Sayori.
But you said...
I was shy, okay? Wasn't ready to, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage. Even if it was in your own way. I can tell you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it'll make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it.
Anyone? Mean, like you?
Yes. like me.
You know, I could get used to this.
As long as you don't tease me too much.
Fine. Just a little then.
That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now, but I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings.
Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. The girls continue their conversation through the remainder of lunch. But a new feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater certainty in their path forward. In just a few hours, there will be another literature club meeting. The 4 club members will have happily spend time together. Each of them, all with their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. Carrie thinks to herself. She's about to finish her long-running series. It would be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together. Aww. To visit the bookstore together, Monica.
Mm-hmm.
What did we unlock? I think we just unlocked the CG. Yeah, self-love. That's so good.
Yeah.
I'm a sharpshooter at Post Masquerade, hiding.